Good evening, free enterprise fans. How y'all doing this evening? I'm Scala Kitty. I am one of your two commentators for this amazing match happening right here in the Blue Moon Waning bracket. Alongside me, fellow member of the Super Awesome S Club is Sheep Launcher. On tracking, we have NG Dave today, Science Dave, to properly pay respects to the club. And doing the restream is the ever wonderful S Grunt. And we've got BigDunka and Slippery here for this matchup. Sheep, are you excited for this match?
I'm stoked for this match. BigDunka and Slippery have both been with the community for a while, both very accomplished runners. BigDunka actually designing one of the trackers that a lot of folks used, and also one of the masterminds behind the ladder. Slippery in the waning bracket got here by vanquishing somebody named Sheep Launcher. Don't know how that happened, but this should be a really fun match. Our runners have to defeat 7 of the 8 bosses you see on your screen in order to get the crystal to defeat the big boss at the end, who is Zeromus.
Right. I do like Slippery showing his naming scheme, which is Pokemon professors, though at first I thought it was just trees.
Yeah, I still think it's just trees, because the winner faces Noob Tree 87. That's what I thought.
True. But this is going to be a really, really fun match. We have a Cecil start, which that's always really interesting. So we'll be kind of on the lookout for our swords of various levels of brrr.
Both runners will definitely be on the lookout for holy swords. D Wildish is in effect, so some of the out of the way places, Watery Pass, Evelyn Castle, will have higher tier loot, and Evelyn Castle, an especially interesting place. It has 3 trap chests, and it just so happens on T Wildish that Excaliburs and Crystal Swords like to lurk in those trap chests.
Yeah, it's always a fun thing. Evelyn plays ever since we kind of did a bunch of rebalancing earlier on in Free Enterprise's life. Evelyn plays have always been a really interesting sort of thing to sort of see that meta sort of ebb and flow. So I'll be really. I feel that basically if you have Cecil in your party, you're basically making that dive, especially with these flags.
Very much so, and both runners giving us a look at these boss objectives. Plague is the only sparkle we have. Kind of interesting. If you see a blue robe anywhere, it's going to be required. Both the Fabul Gauntlet, which is always required on the Blue Moon Seeds, and Water Hag are required, but it looks like both runners are underway, and we're glad to have you with us.
Yeah, it's wonderful to be over here on RPG Limit Break, our longtime partner, one that we always do appreciate. Oh, well, there's a Legend Sword.
That's part of the way toward a higher tier, actually an FF Advanced weapon. It doesn't necessarily have to be one for Cecil, but he's joined by a Kid Mage, a Porum.
Yeah! That's always nice to know right out the gate that you do not have a non-white mage seed. Those can be a little spooky. But,
yes, always nice to have a white mage on your team, even if Porum is the 4th best white mage in any given seed. I woke up this morning, it chose violence.
Okay, so here I will ask you. We got a Rydia in. Let's do our quick Mycedia pass. We got Rydia and Tella.
Okay, so Rydia with Sylph is number 1, Tella number 2, Porum number 3, white mage.
Where's Rosa?
Where is Rosa?
Where is?
Okay, sorry. Cecil tossing Cure 3s is number 3.
Hey, don't remember. Remember, after Cecil becomes a paladin, he can cast Cure 2.
That's true.
But I was going to ask, do you have a particular way that you like to remember which twin is which? I know I have my way.
My way, because both twins wear both green and orange. So I always say orange robe, there are two O's in orange robe, and that's Porum. Two O's in
Okay.
Porum. If there's only one O in orange cape or green robe, then that's
Uh-huh.
Palom. That's my
Ah, I am definitely I do it by the cape color, which for me it is green cape for heals, red cape for damage, is how I remember it.
yeah. And
But
it gets really fun when you encounter upon one of them in the bed, and you have to remember which twin
yes,
has the bow.
ponytail meta.
Yes. Oh, a nice Sammy bow in the watery pass.
Yeah, we've had some nice things. There's also a rune axe in there. Good, sort of, solid starter weapons.
Yeah. So Slippery does have a full party now. Oh, and a nice black sword.
Yeah, so black swords are pretty interesting. Like, they're sort of our Dark Knight Cecil's best weapon. They do have the chance for a swoon proc, which is always nice if you can get that off. And we also got a siren in there. So nice to find a siren early. Are you the type of person who likes to do the one siren on Mount Ordeals, or do you like to save until you get underground?
Usually try to save if I until I could get underground, but the Ordeal's Siren play, the best play to get experience on the surface of the blue planet. It is, I do always appreciate it when I see it. This party is interesting in that it's a fairly powerful early game party, but I think our runners might struggle a little bit for firepower later on.
Nothing of value from Bedward today. Well, a little bit. We have a lunar staff, but
Nice for that for him.
that is true. Nice for Porum. That is true. But it's not the kind of weighty thing you're hoping it's going to be.
BigDunka found all four elements hanging out in the waterfall together. That sounds like a fun party. And finds Ogo Pogo in the Mist Cave. A great place to find that Nope Noodle, because you could just say nope.
Nope, nope, nope.
Nancy Reagan would be proud. We are just saying no. BigDunka going to complete the last of the free boss checks up on Hobbs. And that is a single Valvalis. So Valvalis is not going to be required in any fashion in this seed, which is nice because we haven't seen Kane yet.
Yeah, exactly. When you have this sort of party that's going to lean more towards mages, you definitely want Val out of the pool as fast as possible. Though I guess she was technically in the pool because she was over at the waterfall.
Yeah, she was hanging out with all of her friends.
So, that does sound like a really fun pool party. But Duncan, gonna go ahead, give us our first look at Antlion Cave. Taking a moment to go ahead and start doing some equipping of the different items he's found so far. Oh, there's a whistle. Oh, it's gone.
Yeah, well, whistle is big money. But BigDunka did take that Yang over that Rydia and finds a Karate Man in the Antlion Cave. Karate Man in a higher physical spot could give this party a lot of trouble. As it is, the physical attack here not too threatening and should be through.
Oh yeah, this. Oh, good. I like seeing good uses of early twin magic. So we would have liked to have Flare, but that's okay. Comet is still more than respectable for this fight.
Comet, it makes your teeth so clean. Comet, it tastes like gasoline.
Oh,
Comet,
sheep!
it makes you vomit.
Please. So I know some of our other commentators. There has been jokes about like how many times you can make them snort with laughter. For me, I will just go straight to full on laughter. Ooh, that's actually really good from Antlion.
Yeah, an early Baron key, very nice, especially if for Dunka anyway, especially if the hook is somewhere else, not gated by the Baron key, and that would give Dunka like a real inside track. It could be that the hook is kind of gated by that Baron Key, in which case both runners are going to find whatever's in that castle soon anyway.
But it's nice to kind of get those, overall checks knocked out before you go underground. No one really likes to leave those hanging if you can help it. Dunka is also going to be going ahead doing the Fabul fight here.
It's very noble of him to defend the castle from the intruder, which is a big turtle.
This is interesting though. We're getting sort of like a lot of these nasty bosses out of the pool, like really early on.
Yeah, all the fiends have come out to play really early. They must be getting ready for Halloween, I think. That's when the fiends and the ghouls come out.
I'm so excited for Halloween. Oh, Slippery dismissed radio says, and then it was like, nah, actually come back.
And yeah, Slippery says, I need more kids in my party.
This is basically Tella and Cecil's adventures in babysitting over on Slippery's side.
Yep, 2 men and 3 babies is what Slippery's going through right here. Oh, and that's a stealth summon.
Ooh, that is... So there you go. There's your white mage Rydia.
Yep. And BigDunka getting through this Kainatsu a little bit slowly, but very effectively using the Thor Rages. And remember, each runner starts with 10 Thor Rages for just such an occasion.
Yes, that's the Kainazo insurance policy.
And Slippery does learn Sylph. So, Scala, how do you think Rydia learns these summons when you teach them to her? How do you think that process happens?
She gets to add the summons on speed dial on her phone. Oh, there's that hook.
There is a hook.
So you will not be able to single dip Fabul today.
Nope, a double dip is a requirement. Hey, ninja shirt hype.
Nice.
In the left tower.
I mean, I don't... Oh, wow! I was about to say, but we don't have Edge, and there he is. Hi, Edge.
He is here, and Slippery tells the old man to hit the bricks.
Just go. Just get gone.
That was a real quick dismissal. Like, I got a new family now.
Bye, Tella. All right, so
2 headbands on Ordeals. Very nice pickup.
All right, I'm sure Dunka's probably going to make the same. I'm curious to see who Dunka is going to pick over. Yang. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, it's Blue Robe number 1. Which one is it? I think was that long enough? Yeah. So I'm not very good at judging it, but I was able to do it this time. There is a slight longer delay if it's the gauntlet over as compared to Water Hag. So that was actually a spot where I could spot that amount of delay. So there you go. There's like a tip that people who are way better at this game have taught me.
So of all the gauntlets that you could face with Edge, this is one of the more annoying ones where at least 2 of the fights in the 5-fight sequence, some, but not all, of the enemies are susceptible to fire, and the others absorb them.
Yeah. That's like a real, like, nasty... Like, that's like a real annoying thing about, Mount Ordeals in general. Is, because they give you, Palum and Porum. And it's just like, really? Really? You're gonna make me have to fight all these nerds? But the nice thing about it is that because of the way the HP splitting works, is that these, our little ghoulies up here are going to have less HP than they would in a normal fight.
That is very handy. But still not enough to succumb to a single Thor Rage, so
No.
Slippery has to take a couple of turns to get through the second fight.
Dunka, however, just choosing violence, which is a fine answer to having to deal with all these spirits.
Our tracker Engine Dave saying that this fight should be one you use twin magic on. I agree. The souls in the back are going to absorb this flame.
But that's the thing, though, is that you can't really control what twin magic does. You know, which, of course, like, whenever you want flare, you're going to get comet, and whenever you want comet, you're going to get flare. Like, that's, you know, that is just the way that precocious 5-year-olds who have powerful magic are just going to work.
We're not going to blame Zoe for that one? I thought Zoe was who we blamed from now on.
No. You can still blame Board. Still blame Board. You can't blame me, though, because I never touched the code.
Scala knows what he's good at.
Layouts.
And Slippery on the last fight, including that single Lilith, will be the best source of EXP from this spot.
Yeah, oh, wow, that's a nice little bump there.
Yep, and right here, the Siren fight is the double Lilith, which gets a nice infusion of EXP, about 5k, something like that.
Yeah.
And BigDunka will follow along right behind that flame, doing work. Edge knows just where to be. So both Slippery and Dunka have taken care of one of their 7 objectives. Asura in the back spot, annoying.
Very annoying.
She hits hard. She goes fast. She gets extra turns. This is just going to be a slog here.
Ooh, Slippery setting up the double veil.
Yeah, it might be a little too fast to set up the life lock. But our tracker, Engine Dave, pointing out, you remember in Watery Pass there was a rune axe.
There was a rune axe. I don't think though anyone could. Oh, can we toss it?
Yeah, that edge can guard it.
Oh, that would be a smart play.
It would be a very dear price, but might be worth it to get
there we
through.
go. There we go. There's the double veil on Slippery's side.
And Dunka has it as well.
Yeah. Oh, no. Chat, Wonderful Possum pointing out to us, nope, you can't dart that axe. Only the hand axe, which makes sense, because that's what hand axes are for.
Okay, so I guess I am getting confirmation that Edge is not a Frankish warrior from Age of Empires 2. Okay.
No.
All right.
No. I think he's a ninja.
Dunka is through. Ashara will crumble.
And thank you, chat, for keeping us honest.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yep.
Is that flame? Maybe Ashura will show him how.
Alright, so let's find out what's happening here in the Mount Ordeal's changing room. We kept that Rydia. You get to go to the car wash.
Well, Dunka did not keep that Rydia, but Slippery will be happy.
Slippery did. Slippery will definitely be happy.
And Dunka still has time to repent. Going to the Tower of Wishes.
We got a
Sparkle. 1 in 4 chance, and it's just the palest of dims.
Yep.
And this is why Pale Dim is so pale, because Pale Dim has spent all of its time hiding in this changing room.
Look. They were looking for a new cute outfit. It's a little hard to kind of, get on that snake body. It's
yeah,
okay,
that
though.
would be a hard shape to shop for.
I don't know. Have you seen people who dress up their snakes to look really cute? Put little like hats and like dresses on them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we need to do for Pale Dim. Also, we didn't do the doot doot doot. I don't think Pale Dim had a chance to doot doot doot.
No, no, that spot has so little HP that not even Pale Dim could slow us down there.
We can't doot doot doot. We only boop the snoot. But yeah, so
And
we have this. Go ahead.
no, I want to hear what you have to say.
Oh no, I mean we have this sort of interesting situation where Dunka's like a few checks sort of like ahead of Slippery, even though it looks right now that they're kind of lockstep. Dunka was off, going around to do some other checks in like Antlion and Fabul. So we'll see now that kind of Slippery also has Paladin Cecil, whether or not like he's going to kind of go back over Dunka's tracks, while Dunka has a few more options open up to him.
Yeah, Slippery did quite a bit more looting. Dunka has not checked Edward yet, and has not visited Troya at all. Is heading right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like Dunka has a little bit of an advantage here. We'll see if the extra loot that Slippery has picked up over the course of it will help him make these checks even faster than Dunka did.
Yeah, it's an interesting little dichotomy we're dealing with here.
And Edward, a little confused, he heard that we wanted to go to the moon. Unfortunately, the lunar staff is not going to help us get there. I think he misunderstood the assignment.
It's okay. He was busy writing a new song.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that. To be fair, it's like his 10th ode to Anna. and look, I understand you need one for like each one of your LPs, but Eddie, please.
Anna, baby, Anna. It's been done, Eddie.
Come on, Anna. Also, because this is a very good pun, I'm going to call it out from wonderful Hopfen, one of our other commentators. Are Hummingways that are running the shop on the moon, are they the lunar staff?
Yes, they have.
Yes.
They have to be. And I demand to speak to the lunar managers.
It's just more rabbits.
Well, maybe they can help get me the Bacchus wines I'm looking for.
They're in the back. Way in the back. When I mean like in the back, I mean like in the core of the moon. Alright, so we have Evelyn and Queblin and Queblin. And
Yes.
started that. I'm throwing my best to rep for Nth, who is one of our other fabulous commentators. So they're just chilling here in the inn.
Yeah, what a spot for them. Just hanging out with a pig. The first spot is absolutely not where you want to see King Queen Evelyn. Ooh, a sparkle, and this.
Hey, it's the one
required.
sparkle we care about.
Yeah, and not a bad spot for Plague. It allows our runners to get Starveils off because Plague is so slow. However, that does mean the count will go down just a little bit faster.
But if you're paying attention, yeah, Dunka got up that wall on Cecil, so it's a fun way to kind of mess with Plague.
Yeah, because Plague likes everything to be uniform, and if Plague sees like one person doesn't have a count on them, well, Plague will just reset the count on everybody. And if that count never reaches that actual other person, then Plague will just keep casting count and not doing anything else.
Yeah, but it don't matter.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dunka is through.
Just a glove.
Wrong crystal. Remember when you could get the crystal from
Yes.
from the item check.
I'm about to say, if you're going to ask, can you remember X about free enterprise? The answer for me is going to be yes, except for maybe like the first 2 weeks.
Slippery also gets his ninja shirt, so officially the runners are tied again.
Yes. I mean, also he got the hook, which might be slightly more important.
Doubt it.
Also, tiara's one of my favorite items in the shop there, but I assume, yeah, Dunka gonna take a save.
And
oh no, saving Baron for later.
Slippery.
Interesting.
Slippery did check out the Fabul branch of REI, found cabins.
Oh, Dunka, are you gonna go do some trap chest checks? Yep. I would have probably, if I was already in the neighborhood, I would have been tempted just to finish out all of Baron and get it over and done with.
Nice dart, a white spear.
But that's fine. Dunka's the one who's running in the tournament, not me.
Well, you know what Dunka is attracted to here.
Shiny sticks?
Yeah, the swords at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Evelyn.
I mean, that's fun. I mean, more power and barbecue swords to him. Were you around for barbecue swords?
Oh, So, barbecue swords, onion rings.
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh. Could you wear a Frito pie on your head?
No. No, that's just have it as a walking taco.
There you go. So Slippery found a full moon.
Ooh, that is nice.
Yeah, I think Dunka missed that. Will be able to back row glitch his edge.
But yes, to inform chat, we had a joke earlier in the tournament about kebab swords, like the Brazilian barbecue style ones, and then it led to me causing an entire chat room to want barbecue, which I am not sorry for.
Yeah, well, it's not like you need a whole lot of convincing for me.
Slippery found a cursed ring. Where was that hanging out at?
Not bad at all. Does get that Baron key and oh, hello.
Oh,
that's a shiny sword.
How shiny is it?
It's an X-Cal shiny.
That's very shiny.
And Dunka's future is so bright that he's got to wear shades.
Mm-hmm. But do you wear those sunglasses at night?
So I can.
But I can't trust a guy in shades, so no.
And Dunka gonna head back out. No, Dunka's going to continue. That would be something I would be tempted to reset out of and just say, okay, I've got my sword. I don't need to potentially lose it to a bluster here.
You said it! You said it! You don't curse!
Burn the witch.
No, you're covered in fluffy wool. You're highly flammable, Steve. Also, I think between the two of us, I'm the witch. I'm the one with the hat.
Yeah, true, but you didn't call the bluster.
This is true. I did not call the bluster. All right. Come on, we can come on, let's recover. Oh no!
Ooh, that was a big hit, though.
Oh no! Okay, Edge, come on, you got this, buddy.
Yep, time to dart that white spear.
Dart it, right into it. Yep, do it, come on, Dunka!
There you go.
Poof, saved.
Had it all the way.
Yep, never didn't have it. Yeah!
That is a crystal sword. That's certainly worth the price of admission.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Certainly
now,
worth a few life potions, and
Yep.
yeah, now go save.
now go save. Please save.
BigDunka, you're not a member of the Super Cool S Club, but here's what the Super Cool S Club is telling you to do. Use that big S and save.
Yes, please go save.
Dunka's gonna continue.
No. Ooh, that's a boomerang though. So now Dunka can also back row glitch edge.
Yes, not as good as a full moon, but it gets the job done, and these are mad ogres.
Okay, good. Hourglass is out. All right.
Yep, and we'll be able to patch up any punches that they do, but that will give him plenty of time. And, you know, who knows? Maybe he'll get another crystal sword.
At this point, I'd be hoping just for another X-Cal, just for more darts.
Yeah, true. You can dart the X-Cal, but you cannot dart the crystal sword.
The life glitch on the back ogre, I think?
He did.
Okay. Now, do you want to explain the life glitch, or should I?
Sure, I can do it. So, whenever any character in this game, an enemy or an ally, has 0 HP, you can. It's another X-Cal. You can revive them using a life spell or a life potion. And how the game determines how much HP they come back with is it's a multiplier times whatever value is in their vitality stat. So all your allies have some value in the vitality stat. Enemies all have 0. So any multiplier times 0 is 0. So if you cast life on an enemy, they revive with 0 HP and then promptly die again. So the life glitch is a glitch that basically allows you to get double experience from any enemy that you cast a life spell on.
Thank you, Sheep. That was a absolutely wonderful explanation of the life glitch. Also, if you did hear my sudden exclamation, I was right. It was another X-Cal.
Yeah.
We got sirens. So, like, things are just coming up Dunka right now.
Dunka sold something crystal. I don't think it was the crystal sword, but it would be hilarious if it were.
No, it was the glove. I would assume it was the glove, because we did get that one earlier.
Sirens, elixirs, and silk webs. A very nice Evelyn shop. Slippery, going back to meet our old friend Dark Elf. This would be a time when that holy sword would be really useful.
Mm-hmm.
Slippery's not been to Evelyn yet, and you have to think, like, the longer Slippery goes without visiting Evelyn, the more time he's just leaking away to Dunka, because Dunka will be able to just cut right through these checks.
Now that is sort of like, you know, like the risk reward of the Evelyn play is that, you know, it's going to be a little bit of a time investment, but if you basically hit like the 777s on the slot machine like Dunka did today, you're going to get all that time back by just how ridiculously overpowered Cecil is going to be for the rest of the seed. All right.
And the path has sushi on it.
Mm-hmm.
Or calamari, anyway. That's an Octomam in the second spot.
Mm-hmm.
Slippery is through the Dark Elf.
Yeah.
Even Slippery insisted on being around even after Dark Elf changed, which is rude.
Is this one that we need?
It's either Iron Guards or Kaipo Guards. It is the Kaipo Guards.
Interesting. Interesting.
So, Dunka, I'm sure, has the Baron Key lit up on his tracker. Will presumably not forget about it. But, you know, what if things happen over the course of a race?
I mean, it might be something where he might want to come back when he's for sure able to take care of not only the two first bosses, but also the Odin Throne.
Yep.
Which is a totally fine play to kind of do just a single dip into Baron Castle.
It's a dream, especially if you can chain the Odin Throne into the middle of it. That's Dr. Luge. That's required.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna see a little comedy skit here. A little Punch and Judy action. Unless the Quake can get there first.
Oh, yes.
No. Along came a Battle Nab and bopped him on the head.
Oh, we got a vanilla statue.
and the
mini.
Yeah, Porum was subject to size. I guess was helping fight Golbez.
All right, let's see what's in the Baron base. Oh, a package. Now that feels like bait. That feels like bait.
Scala, do you like the package check on these flags?
I like a cheeky package check, but I would want to kind of hold off until like it was, lower on my, list of lower on my to-do list.
It's your sense of adventure.
Well, more because, it is an out-of-the-way check. It is something that's going to take a decent amount of time because you have to go through all these cutscenes and everything. So I can understand kind of leaving the package on the back burner for a little bit. But we have to remember anything happening here in the Waning bracket is an elimination match. So if Slippery wants to, get a little, take a little risk, see if there's a big reward behind it, that might be the type of play that really goes to his favor. But we'll have to kind of see what Slippery feels like doing. Also, if he decides, nope, does not want to check that Odin throne. Nope, no package check just yet.
Yeah, that's the package check. You'd be more likely to make it if you're behind, which is why I make it so often because I'm always feeling behind. I don't think Slippery really has a reason to feel behind at this point.
No, not right now.
Yeah, even though we see a couple of swords and a couple bosses behind Dunka at this point.
All right, Slippery, are you going to go into Evelyn?
Sure looks like it.
Okay. So now we're going to have sort of like our sort of crystal sword disparity kind of evened out here. Now, here's the thing, though. We know, of course, that there are. Okay, this is the one with the sword, with the crystal sword, isn't it?
It is. Yes.
Okay. Good. Okay, so basically, this is the jackpot that Slippery needs, and if he decides to duck out after this, that catches him up a great deal. Also, over on Dunka's side, not having any real trouble with Octomam. Had to play just a little bit of life pot roulette, but we got Quakes going. We got, Now the thing, though, of course, is that the Crystal Sword does not help you as much against Octomam, as Octomam is strong against Holy.
Yes, because Octomam in the vanilla game is kind of a rogue agent to make your Dark Knight Cecil look good. So the Dark Knight Cecil gets off extra damage against it with the Dark element, and as a result, Octomam strong against Holy. But the advantage here, even though Octomam does hit hard, does slow down, and Dunka able to do damage with all 5 characters at one point or another, and now we'll go through the Pitfall.
Yep. So, 35-minute Pitfall, nicely done. Let's see if we get a little peek at who's at the top. Oh, it's Bigan up there.
Not a required boss. Keyless Tower not going to be high on the list of BigDunka's priorities. We'll see where he wants to go from here. But Slippery did get that Crystal Sword and is now greedily taking on the rest of these chests. And while BigDunka is launching the Falcon and Slippery is making it through this fight, do want to thank our restreamer S-Grunt and our tracker Enja Dave, and as well as thanking my wonderful co-commentator Scala Kitty. Give all of them a follow, as well as our runners BigDunka and Slippery here in the Blue Moon Waning bracket. Remember, the winner of this goes on to face Noobtree87, and the loser of this is out of the tournament. So We're hoping for some big plays as we continue. BigDunka is heading right into the Fey March.
Also, I would not be remiss if I did not tell you to also follow my wonderful co-commentator, Sheep Launcher. You deserve follows too, Sheep.
Don't cost nothing.
That's exactly. All right, so let's see what's here in the Fey March freebie chest. Oh, it's the darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Come to tempt me with moon checks again.
Coffins in the Fey March shop. And yeah, the entire universe now open to a BigDunka, and if he wants to make a big play. So, there are a couple kids who can be slingshotted. There's a Cecil and Edge that needs levels, and there's a Tella.
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely go take care of that right away. We'll have to see kind of, what's on Dunka's to-do list.
Yeah, Dunka, I'm sure, just having a lot of thoughts swimming through his head.
Now, did Slippery duck out of Evelyn after getting the first X-Cal, looks like?
I think that's the case. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, definitely did have one X-Cal.
Yes.
In his inventory. But yeah, you don't need more. Omnidextrous is not on.
I mean, it will be on the ladder soon. Okay, so we got Mega Sisters. Oh, I should say, Flurry's been messing around with some of those.
So, Mega Sisters are married to the Dark Imps.
But that's perfect!
Yes!
Yeah! 3 sisters, 3 imps, it works out great! These are the Mega Sisters, and they're 3 partners. It's perfect.
I'm glad they all have similar taste. It worked out very conveniently for them.
Yeah.
But none of those bosses required, and the Mega Sisters in the Leviathan spot are very annoying and punchy. And Dunka immediately going to summon the whale. Didn't even set up a Sheila check, not checking out Dwarf Castle. Going to summon the whale either to check out what's on the moon, or probably more likely to go grind on the giant.
Pat had a very good question. Did Dunka manage to find any sort of ethers?
Yeah, that is the question.
I do not remember.
Every time I call a race, I'm like, okay, I'm going to notice whenever a runner does a thing, and then and then the race starts happening, and you just don't notice the thing.
And the thing is that there's always a lot to do with Free Enterprise.
There's a lot to notice.
There's a lot to notice. And then, of course, we're making jokes. We're talking about barbecue. We're coming up with song parodies.
Yeah, well... And Dunka's gonna go to Baron.
Doesn't want to leave that check on the table?
No, doesn't want to leave it behind.
All right. Oh, nope, setting up for the D machine.
Okay. So, this is something from ZZ3, which some people think that tournament is still going on.
No.
But in that tournament, you could not run from encounters, and that really puts a hamper in your setup for the D machine grind. But life finds a way, and some intrepid folks in the community found out the precise step counter that you would need to trigger the exact grind fight, the D machine grind, you would need. And, outside of Baron is the usual place to take those steps, because that's the easiest fights in the game. But Dunka heads up play, having the chart out in front of him, and is going to head to the giant to grind up.
Yeah, not surprised at all to see this. for folks who don't know what's coming, we're probably going to see it is the D machines. Give a little bit of history. The D machine grind sort of started out in vanilla FF4. This is sort of part of the what's called the No 64 run, where you need to get a whole bunch of levels before you kind of go off to fight the final boss. And the best way to do it is to do it here in the Giant of Babel. And what you're going to do is we're going to summon ourselves. We're going to find a specific encounter, and that counter then is going to start summoning up these enemies called D machines. D machines have like this very sort of set script. And they are susceptible to the weak spell that Tella has. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to just sort of call one, weak it, kill it with just one hit, and then kind of rinse and repeat until we've gotten enough levels that we feel comfortable.
Yep,
also,
and
Chad,
the two beamers are here to start. Their names are Shane and Frank.
Is this to go with like Bimmy and Jimmy?
Yes.
Yes.
But
Also,
as soon as the beamers go away, then any hit on the searcher will summon the D machine, and then as Scala put it, we'll just weak and then kill and then resummon, and the D machines keep coming back, and they're all named Daryl for some reason.
they all. No, they could. Now wait a second. Now we have of course the super cool S Club, which we are a part of. You could definitely come up with more names. You know, you could definitely do your sort of classic East West Dennis.
Yeah.
You definitely have a Dennis machine. You could have a Dunka machine.
If you're in Quebec, you can have a Denise machine.
Yes. You have a Diane machine. These are all completely valid choices.
If you have a Diane machine, you need a Sam machine somewhere around there.
True. Now what about a Miami Sound machine?
Oh, we're gonna turn the speed around.
We gotta let you feel the percussion.
Slippery is through his pitfall.
Now let's see if we're gonna have our sort of like divergence here. Will Slippery sort of go and start doing more of those checks, or will Slippery kind of also get the darkness crystal and then just off to the giant, basically?
Slippery going to head over to Dwarf Castle first. We'll see if he's interested in doing boss checks or if this is just a shop check. It looks like he at least wants to see who's around here. And that's going to put him off from a big D machine grind because the darkness crystal will be tantalizingly out of reach. And S-Grunt, our restreamer, pointing out that Slippery does have a stack of sirens that he picked up from Eblin.
Oh, it's some vanilla in here.
Hey! The S stands for some vanilla.
Only a little.
Dolls here, a little annoying. They dance prettily.
I mean,
But,
they're actually designed to dance. I
Yeah.
like it when we have bosses, that get their chance to dance.
My favorite, is King Queen Eblin, just because I think, yeah, they look so happy together.
I like the elements because you get all four.
Yes.
So I wish that more of them had like actual like turning sprites so they could all actually dance. But this is a game that was made in 1991 and was basically, if they didn't need it, they didn't put it in the game. And they did not need to make turning sprites for like Valvalis or Kainazo or Rubicon.
What a grimoire roll from
Yes.
Slippery.
Yes, that's why I give you one if you turn on the green name kit. The green name kit is gifts basically from all the different Free Enterprise devs, past and present. And my gift to you is I give you a tiara and I give you a grimoire. Have fun.
Yep. And sometimes the grimoire is a blarg.
Yes.
And Dark Knight Cecil in the second spot. Normally he dishes out pain. Here, Slippery will be beating him to the punch, it looks like.
Oh yeah.
And Slippery
no.
not even gonna let him talk.
Nope, nope. Just gonna go wee on him.
And yeah, Rydia, has a long history of summoning things to vanquish the Lunarian in the second spot.
Yeah, exactly. This is we're sort of wandering off into fanfic territory, my favorite territory of all. This is totally all valid. They did like a Kingdom Hearts thing, and they put like the evil spirit inside of Cecil's like abandoned Dark Knight armor, and Rydia had to stop it with the power of the sylphs. There you go.
Yeah, very nice.
Oh, only a power shirt. I mean, it's nice.
You should be more appreciative. Luca gave us the shirt off her back.
This is true, she did.
But Slippery is going to use the warp glitch to get a rat tail. Interesting. Yeah. So if the Luca key turns up somewhere, the Luca key could still contain a boss, but the sealed cave no longer contains a key item because we've just looted it.
Well, looks like Dunka wrapping up the D machine grind. Chat was keeping track, maybe about only about 5, so not a very intense one. But let's see how high. Okay, only to
only to weak on that Palom.
Yeah. Okay, about 7. Thank you, chat fans who are good with EXP math.
Yeah, that was 600,000 EXP. Not enough to get up to the top tier spells, but definitely enough to get going. Dunka is certainly hoping for a doable boss in the element spot.
See, I like checking the element spot before you D-machine, but... Ooh. No.
That is painful.
We're hitting some bricks. we're just leaving.
Yeah. Hit the wall. No thanks. We're hitting the bricks. Yeah, that is a literal wall to run into. A ton of HP at that spot, and yeah, just no fun at all.
All right,
Starveils and Leviathan in the Tomer shop. Not what Slippery's looking for. It looks like.
Drop Dwarf. Clinical dietitian.
Yay!
We could go in a.
So,
no,
what do you suppose a dwarf diet consists of?
Here's the thing. I legitimately think that dwarves would be big practitioners of healthy at every size. That you should eat food that is good and fuels your body, and you should move in ways that make your body feel happy.
I'm gonna guess though that dwarves enjoy food rich in biotin, so they can get those lustrous hair.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
And Slippery has sirens and is going to start cracking some eggs.
All right, so Dunka is going to go off and explore the moon. So this is interesting. I mean, the other thing with Dunka, obviously, doing that D machine like this early, did not get the key item bonus. Sort of like the same play. Slippery also not going to be getting that bonus. In Free Enterprise, once you have 10 key items in your inventory, you get double EXP to help you grind a little faster. Oh, that's a water hag. There's value in Cave Bahamut.
There always is.
There always is, but it's great when there actually is.
So, Water Hag is a quote-unquote free boss because 3 hits and it's done. But don't let that fool you. Water Hag still punches, and Cave Bahamut is a high physical spot. And so if this punch it rolls high and lands on Cecil, could start getting a little nervous.
Okay, no, I think we're okay. That's not as punchy as some of the Moon Hag spots. And remember, believe in yourself and be strong.
Anna, baby.
You have to keep coming up with more songs that are just like ladies' names.
Anna, when you're with me, I'm smiling.
Just a Dragoon hat, but more importantly, we got ourselves another check mark off our list.
Yeah, and 4 out of 7 bosses, and Dunka's in an interesting position. A lot of key items that gate bosses still out there. It's too early, I think, to start face checking, so Dunka probably knows this. It's probably why Dunka only did the grind that he did, because he knew that he'd have to tangle with a lot of moon bosses. If he were to encounter a required boss or two, then the face check equation becomes a lot more interesting.
I think, though, I might have spied at least I think there's at least one siren in his inventory. There might be some more, but you can do that sort of like, gold dragon mini grind if you get like yourself into a bit of a sticky wicket with here on the moon.
Yeah,
But
warlocks might be an option as well for this party.
Yes, I like cheeky moon grinds. I like warlocks. I like reaction grinds. But that's me. I just like having fun with what is available within the game that might sometimes get overlooked. All right, Slippery, what you gonna do? Slippery gonna go for it.
I gotta take on the dark imp.
Oh!
This is required.
Wow, the moon having some of our value up here. So this was up at Murasame.
This computer you speak of, where is it? Oh, it's a moon computer?
Yeah. I mean, computers are how we got to the moon. Oh, people want, we get some yeeting going on.
Yeah, so you can't really cast magic on the CPU because the big orb has a wall on it. I do not know if this Cecil is back row glitched. Looks like he's doing pretty good damage. But
Yep.
probably not all the damage that a crystal sword could do.
Yeah, he came pre-glitched. He came with arrows this time around.
Oh, okay, great. That's a big key item for Slippery.
That is... Okay, let me...
And the other reason you can't cast magic on the computer is because sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone knows that.
And Slippery not going to mess with the Mega Sisters, going to take this pan.
And
that's
run.
3 key item checks.
You know, it's time for it. It's time to bring Yang breakfast in bed.
Aw.
That's what I like to think is happening. I know. Of course, we have one of the better sound effects in, all of FF4, which is kapang. Bing, bing. All right, what we get? Wow, we're getting so much Dragoon gear for Kane's. It's a little inversion of kind of what we normally see.
Kane's latest betrayal. It really is.
That's okay. Stuff for us to dart. All right.
Yep. Dunka now in a really interesting position.
Ooh.
Oh, nice ninja
thank you
sword.
for the sword.
Yeah, not as good as you could have given us, but okay.
It's something.
And Slippery immediately going to follow this chain, and you would think that Slippery is deep enough into this chain. Maybe he thinks Dunka might not have done that Fey March check. If this is a tower key, or if it's an earth crystal. Might be worth chasing. Gonna chain it with the rat tail chest as well, or rat tail check, I should say. It's time to visit our favorite friends in the Adamant Grotto. They're always so nice to us, Scala.
I don't know. They do kind of first say, "I don't want to talk to you unless you have a tail."
Oh!
Harp, harp, harp.
Harp.
Harp, harp, harp. Do that harp check. Do that heart check.
Well, Slippery's harp is burning a hole in his pocket, I'm sure, but does want to give the pan back to Sheila. Unlike some people I know who won't give my cooking stuff back.
Wow. There's something deeply personal happening over there.
You heard me, Matt.
Shots fired at Matt.
BigDunka gonna check out the White Spear altar.
Wow!
That's another required boss.
Wow!
And Slippery got the Earth Crystal. Big chain potential here, but we know there's a lot of value on the moon.
Yeah. The moon quite vaunted this seed. Yeah, actually, are we?
We're in no mode, yeah.
Yeah.
We know that BigDunka, if BigDunka were to get out of here and go immediately to Baron Castle, that BigDunka could access the crystal right now.
Yeah.
And so Slippery going to give us that harp check.
Yes.
And Golbez, I don't know what Golbez has against mages.
He is a mage.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be shown up because this is a spot where his magic's kind of. Golbez did not eat a properly balanced breakfast this morning.
It's okay. It happens to a lot of guys.
Yeah. That's why you have to eat your breakfast. See, that's why we were nice and we brought Yang a nice healthy breakfast.
Yes.
See, exactly. Eat your breakfast.
Why Slippery was loading up on eggs.
Yeah. See?
Dunka didn't bring any to spare.
All right, but it's okay. Our little twins back there are the reason why we didn't get the perished. There we go.
Yeah.
That's what we like. That's what we like to see. Everyone just swooped. But we get ourselves something fun. We get ourselves a harp check. We get to hear actual good music rather than just you and jotting about.
Let's just keep talking during the harp. I'm sure nobody will mind.
No. I don't think chat will yell us. No, we'll be good. Enjoy your harp, chat.
Well, that was lovely. That was Wind's Nocturne from Lunar Silver Star.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
good.
Big...
I'm glad. Did you knew? I didn't know.
Oh, I was given the notes. Slippery slipped them to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Uh, BigDunka found the Vanilla D Lunars in the Ribbon Room and is in full face check mode now. The Ogopogo spot also did not matter. And Mom Bomb is really rough there. Anyway, Slippery found even more of a chain to go to. And each key item leads him away from the moon, which is where he needs to go.
Mm. It's a toughie for sure. And basically, once Dunka gets back to Earth, I mean, oh my gosh!
Dunka does not need to go to Baron at all.
Wow! Who cares about Earth? Where it's all on the moon.
And Leviathan here will punch a little bit, but Magic here just not impressive at all. These Ice 2s are not going to connect for much of anything. Just keep healed up after the big waves, and Dunka will be fine.
So, wow, this is an interesting situation to be in.
Yeah, Dunka's in control.
Yeah.
Slippery is going to come up completely empty from this Earth Crystal check.
Oh, that that hurts. That hurts, to be
Yeah.
honest. Because the thing is, you can't really argue with any of the plays Slippery has made.
No.
No, absolutely not.
No, you absolutely... the chain presented itself to Slippery, and you absolutely have to chase that, especially when you make a big play, like defeating the Dark Amps in a spot where that gave a key item, that gave a chaining item. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 key items there for Dunka.
who needs them?
Yeah, who needs key items when you got bosses like these?
Slippery vanquishes the Antlion. And so Dunka has all 7 of his bosses, has his crystal, will head on over to the save room, and then does Dunka want to get a couple more levels?
Ooh, that's the actual question.
Yeah, 50 or 51,
I mean,
all of his levels. I
yeah.
think he's good to go.
Yeah, wow, we are just motoring on. Yeah, Dunka has a cursed ring too.
Yeah.
It all kind of, like I said, everything kind of came up Dunka this seed.
I believe those were yellow ears on Slippery's side.
Let's see. Yeah, that tracks with Mylon.
Come on in, come to the place where fun never ends. Come on in, it's time to party with Mylon and friends. Mylon and friends.
I got your back. All right, but we got some flags appearing in chat. We got like some questions we gotta ask.
Yeah, I guess. It's question time.
It's question time. Sheep, what did you have for breakfast?
I had a granola bar that comes in the big 64 pack from Costco. What did you have for breakfast, Scala?
I went to Dunkin' Donuts and I had a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant sandwich. But anyway,
wicked pizza.
let's talk about Zemus. Zemus, our big bad of the seed, too big, too bad to be moved anywhere else other than his cosplay closet in the moon. We're gonna find out exactly what form Zemus is going to take out of the 570-ish. I know I'm the only one of the few people who actually knows that number. I'm still going to be a little roundy with it. Still gonna be a little wibbly wobbly. What?
Vague booking.
Yeah, I'm gonna vague. Yeah, I will subtweet myself on the amount of Zemus sprites there are.
Whose butt are we gonna kick tonight?
Yeah, it's got a hat. It's got so many weapons. I don't think it's really cute, but you know what? We're good. This is the Dark King from Mystic Quest. I will voice my support of Mystic Quest.
I thought it said Dorkomes, which
It's
I
not.
thought was, yeah, I thought that was kind of rude, but
No.
I was misreading it.
By the way, this is one not by me. This is one by board. But
It is a very cool sprite, and yeah, that is a lot of. This is an omnidextrous boss. So
I think it's a little bit beyond omnidextrous. But also, yes, shout outs to the Mystic Quest randomizer community doing their own tournament.
yeah, shout out to them.
All right,
Mystic Quest is
so
a fun game.
it is a fun game. So while Dunka is here, kind of we're gonna be watching close because, as we always say, no Zemus fight is guaranteed. Unless you're like all level 99, but that doesn't usually happen in free enterprise. Unless you're playing casually and you want that to happen. Okay, we had just Rubicante there in the tower. I'm still doing my best to make notes.
Slippery did get the Luca key from the Earth Crystal check. Is going to find out what's in Sealed Cave, and Dunka living on the edge here. Cecil and Friend. This black hole will give him a little bit of time.
Ooh. Like I said, no Zemus fight is ever guaranteed. So, okay, try and get Porum back in the game. Okay, can we get this? All right, good. We got our Cure 4 off. That's really nice.
And that Crystal Sword Cecil really piling up the damage. Big Bang here is not going to be nerfed. It's going to be a full power.
Mm-hmm.
That Porum very susceptible, but everybody stays up.
Ooh, okay. We are still alive in this.
Ooh, that Berserk coming out right before the black hole.
Oh, you hate to see that get eaten.
Unlucky timing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get one hit off with it, but
oh no,
that nuke
Porum!
coming right onto Porum.
Oh no.
All right, can the big shiny stick do it on his own?
Nope. We're still gonna keep trying for Porum. Oh,
Demus in the Sealed Cave. As a reminder on these flags, Demus does not yield a key item, and Slippery is not interested in key items anyway. There's no more key items that gate bosses that Slippery can get. So Slippery in full face check mode, and now knows that everything he needs is on the move.
Sure, he'll be making his way up there.
Ooh, another high roll on that Porum. Dunka showing a lot of gumption here, trying to scrape through. Does he have another rabbit to pull out of his hat?
We'll have to see. Okay, Cure 4 goes off. Okay, nice. What are we looking for in that inventory? Something to... Oh, okay, we got another Big Bang.
Did see a silk web in there, and that might help. Would provoke a counter. Ooh. The kid's just a little under-leveled to deal with these fast Big Bangs.
Yeah.
Ooh, and that nuke on Cecil.
And we're running low on our life potions. Yeah, we're gonna waste that Berserk cast.
Dunka in real trouble here.
I mean, the thing is, obviously, Dunka does not know this. We know this up here in the booth. That, you know, if this does go sideways, he has enough time to sort of take a wipe and recover. But obviously, you know, when you're in the thick of it, you know, you always feel that your opponent must be like right alongside you.
Yeah, keeping one eye on the race room, thinking, oh, I'm gonna see that dot done any second now.
Yeah. Also,
Again, the
like,
Big Bang comes out again.
Yeah.
Form doesn't make it.
yeah, these have not been nerfed, so
Dunka's HP on the edge now. That Cure 4 coming out. Porum's MP might have to be monitored in a little bit
yeah.
because it has been doing a lot of Cure 4s and Berserk casts. Down to 106. Should be good enough for a few more turns.
Oh,
And
there's rocks.
falling.
Come on, Porum, rock dodging champion, let's go.
Nobody dodges there, but everybody stays up enough time
Yep.
for the Cure 4,
Yep.
and BigDunka is through the worst of it.
We good? We good! Woo!
BigDunka has done it.
Absolutely.
Advances to
Yeah.
to the waning bracket. Round 5 will face Noob Tree 87 in the next round and takes down Slippery with a time of 1:12:27. GG's to BigDunka.
Absolutely. And I believe we are now joined by BigDunka. Dunka, how are you feeling after that seed?
Well, that was, everything was great up until the last couple of minutes there.
Trust me, we were definitely very much on the edge of our seats. It was very much the, you'll pay for the full seat, but you'll only need the edge style of Z fight. But you pulled it out absolutely magnificently. And, yeah, it was just a really fantastic race that you ran overall.
Yeah, obviously Moon wasn't haunted. It's kind of one of those 50-50s after you finish the giant grind. It's like, which way do you go? Do you go up, do you go down? I guess right, obviously, because, yeah, the Moon was loaded.
The Moon was, trust me, we were here watching and just seeing boss after boss just like appear on the Moon. We were completely floored, right, Sheep?
Yeah, I have to ask Dunka if you've ever done a seed on these flags where you only got 6 key items.
With the 6th being the crystal, probably not.
So it's a little bit of an outlier.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, that was a really loaded Eblin castle as well. What made you decide to keep going through it even after you picked up the crystal sword for that Cecil?
Well, I had already made up my mind at that point that I was, well, I hadn't fully made up my mind, but I was pretty sure that I was going to go with, Edge and Cecil, the distance, instead of picking up the Rydia and trying to go mage route. So I was digging for some swords for Edge. And in the end, I got darts for Edge. So it ended up being okay.
We definitely pointed out that you kind of won at the Eblin slot machine today for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it was 2 X-Cals, which I sold one of them, and the other one I used as a dart, and then the crystal sword, of course, which makes the game kind of easy. So,
Just a little.
yeah, well, almost easy.
Well, as Scala said, you certainly demonstrated a lot of skill in that seed, but you also needed just a little bit of luck. How about that Grimoire roll against the Calbrenas when the big dolls were threatening to come after you?
I don't think that was me.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice. That was Slippery.
That was Slippery. Dunka did not bother with
Dunka
Dwarf
did not
Castle.
bother with Dwarf
Didn't
Castle.
need to.
Yeah.
We were a little surprised. Actually, I was a little surprised that while you went to Baron Inn, you did not go through Baron Castle. Is that just a fade that you like to do, or what sort of guided your decision in that regard?
No, actually, I usually do it there. The reason I didn't, one, is because I had no real good gear, but I also knew the first boss was a dog. And it was very unlikely that I was going to be able to do the Odin boss with the equipment that I had. So, yeah, I think doing one boss is all I really would be doing instead of just getting through the hook at that point and doing everything.
No. That's totally fair. That's kind of what we figured was the logic behind it. We will tell you that the Kaipo officer and guards were there on the throne.
Oh, it was a throne boss. Okay, all right.
Yeah, it was the throne boss. But again, you didn't need it. So.
Yeah, apparently not. Now, I would have got to that pretty quickly on the way back. That would have been one of my first checks after. But no. Again, Moon's not usually loaded.
Not usually, but it is just you played the seed absolutely beautifully. I hope you will really enjoy watching it back. Are you excited for the next round facing off against Noob Tree?
Oh, is that who it is?
Yes, it is.
Fantastic. That sounds like fun.
Awesome. That's what we love to hear. And I will do this. This is a little thing I've been doing whenever I've had the wonderful opportunity to be on comms. Have you been enjoying the tournament? Like, how have you felt about ZZ5 so far?
Yeah, the flags. I really like the flag set. There's a couple little nuances with it that come with it that are really annoying sometimes when you're hunting for one boss and you've got 3 really nasty locations to check or something like that. But beyond that, the flight is really nice. I mean, they're very balanced. It does require a little bit of luck, but with most of these do. So yeah, no, I know I've been digging it.
Great, that's what we like to hear. We work very, very hard, the admin team, on putting together good flag sets, good formats. So we are really glad that folks seem to have been enjoying ZZ5. Yeah, do you have any final thoughts on this seed?
No, I mean it was kind of an outlier that the Z fight was all about math, and I missed it by I think 5,000 is what I was looking for. But the whole point of that Z fight was to get through phase 1 without getting the first black hole, and then I knew I would be home set because he wouldn't have. I'd do 2/3 of the damage before the first black hole came out, and the rest is easy. I don't even need to worry about Porum's health. And I think I just missed it by 5,000. It was 2 hits after he transitioned, and then the whole fight was just ridiculous. So, kind of one of those things, you do the math in front, and you hope that it can pay off, and it just barely missed. So. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It came out okay. But yeah. Other than that, again, this is an outlier. I'll take it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for putting on this absolutely amazing race, for letting us restream it and share it with the wonderful folks over here at RPG Limit Break. I know myself and plenty of others will be waiting to see what happens in Waning Round 5 and to see the positively exciting match that will be between you and Noob Tree. So thank you, Dunka, so much for taking the time to talk to us.
You bet. Thanks everyone on your guys' side for putting everything up, and we'll catch you guys next week.
All right,
best of luck the rest of the way.
Excellent. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, so as we were talking with Dunka, Slippery has now made his way to the moon, which is kind of what is extremely required for this seed.
And Slippery did find that value in Cape Bahamut. Got an inspirational speech from Anna, which is always nice to hear a speech that's not from Dark Knight Cecil. And going to take on the orcs.
But you know something, Sheep?
What's that?
We didn't get to go underground this seed.
You know,
we didn't find the magma key. I'm a little disappointed.
I don't know how our runners made it without being able to go underground, but
it's okay. We'll have to. Now, we're both on Team Underground Hype, correct?
I mean.
Yeah.
Underground overhyped. That's
yeah. Underground and overhyped. I like it. I know there are 2 competing schools of thought as to as for commentators as to how to react to the magma key. I am definitely on Team Overhype, 110%.
Yeah, but, you gotta have fun. On a flag set where. You're guaranteed to have to go through the hook route every single time you go underground. Although, I was trying to do the math on this the other day.
Okay.
I think there is a way that you can get all the bosses you need without having to go underground at all.
Okay.
And without even having the darkness crystal.
All right, what is it?
Okay, so you find them at the 3 free spots.
Okay.
And actually, getting the bosses is kind of easy. You just load them up early. But then you just have 7 bosses. Maybe have the Baron Key or the Earth Crystal or the Twin Harp. And from one of those checks, you get the pass. Then you don't have to go underground.
Yeah, you don't have to do it at all. This is a whole scene about yeah, you don't have to do that. You don't really have to do. You don't have to do harp.
Yeah.
You don't have to do Dwarf Castle. You don't have to do any of those things.
Yeah, BigDunka just quiet quit most of the scene.
No. He shot for the moon.
Yeah.
And was rewarded for doing so.
He set appropriate boundaries on what he was going to do in the underground.
Yeah.
And he was rewarded.
Yeah, which is get the darkness crystal and get out.
Yeah.
He found the one thing that mattered in the whole underground.
Yes, and I imagine, like, King Giot, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but I bet if he sends an email at, like, 7:05...
Oh, no. Oh, don't. No. I can't, the thing is, I can't make those jokes because the work I do, it usually starts at 5. So I'm the person who will email you at 5 and be like, hey, I need that Zoom link.
Yeah, and if you are you one of those people who, like, if they don't respond in 10 minutes, you just send a single email with a question mark?
I try not to. Usually I'm very good and I keep track of my Zoom links.
Okay.
So but however, if we are in a more casual conversation, yes, I am the type of person who, if I don't understand what you just said to me, I will respond to you with 5 question marks instead of asking like a normal person, what did you mean by that? Okay, Slippery.
If he's been keeping track, he'll know that this will get him his crystal.
Yep.
What was the enemy that just had the question mark attack that you could learn as an enemy skill in Final Fantasy VII?
Ooh. Oh gosh, the all question marks one.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of like level question mark in the other games. The thing though is it's been a long time since I've played just straight up OG Final Fantasy VII. And I was never really big on doing the enemy skill, though you definitely should be. It's definitely, if you've ever seen the no slots speedrun, which is done, the proper way, unlike the way you do it in 7PC, which we don't care about any of that in 7PC. I don't remember off the top of my head. See, those are like the questions where I will get stumped, but like then you ask me, Scala, name the most obscure Final Fantasy VII character that you can. Then I can kind of play ball. So here you go, Sheep. Sheep, what's the most obscure Final Fantasy VII character you can name as Slippery's going to do his walk down to Z?
Holtzoff.
Ooh, that's a good one. I mean, the thing though is, the thing is, I've read the novels, so.
Yeah. Scala, what's the most obscure Final Fantasy VII character you can name?
I do like in the novels, characters. A number of them appear though in FF7 Remake. Fabio is just amusing because then you can say there's a Final Fantasy character named Fabio.
Is Fabio related to Johnny?
No, he is not. Fabio is part of the Mirie investigation agency, though he kind of dies early on in the novel. I'm sorry, spoilers for if anyone actually wants to read The Kids Are Alright.
Shucks.
If I'm talking game only, Argento. There we go. She is only in the online multiplayer Georgia server. Japanese only storyline. Okay.
As opposed to Sargento, which is available in your grocer's freezer. Please, please sponsor us, Sargento. We love your cheese.
I do actually legitimately love Sargento cheese.
Oh,
I would be happy.
Great. Yeah.
I would be so happy to be sponsored by Sargento.
I'm trying to put that magic into the world.
I mean, we've made several jokes about who should sponsor us. I mean, I definitely think an ice cream company should sponsor us. Really.
Yes.
Legitimately. Please.
Have we started work on my suggestion of twin magic?
Twin magic?
Yes.
Okay,
and
keep going.
It should be like 2 scoops. One is like birthday cake flavor.
Yes.
And one is sherbet.
No, not sherbet.
No?
No. I'm not a big fan of sherbet because here's the thing: the sherbet is a completely different like texture and consistency as compared to your sort of your classic churned ice cream is the thing. So birthday cake, absolutely yes. For like your so birthday cake, is that your palm, is that your porum in this situation?
It's obviously Palom. He's the having fun kid, and then you need something for the serious one.
Okay. Ooh, that's a good one then. I'm trying to think what would balance well with birthday cake. Like if you want to do something more like a chocolate brownie kind of a thing, or do you want to do something more like a strawberry with that?
So
I apologize to people who are expecting hard-hitting commentary. We know that Slippery is going to be just fine in this Z fight. He went and took a few extra gold dragons, and then she brought up ice cream, which is one of my favorite things in the entire world.
I was watching a show last night, and the judge compared what the dancer was doing to the cherry on the cake, and I was offended.
No, it's the cherry on the sundae.
I know. Who has a cherry on a cake?
I mean, if it's a German chocolate, it's the Black Forest cake. There we go. Those have cherries on them. Yes, but normally it's on a sundae.
But if we wanted to make it magic, maybe we could have a cherry flavored with the birthday cake. That might.
See, the thing is that I would. It's like, do I want to do more like a caramel? Do I want to do like a cookie dough? I mean, I always want cookie dough with everything, so I am an outlier and cannot be trusted when it comes to designing that. Oh, that nuke missed. Okay, hey, we have a thing we should actually be like focusing on.
Yeah, and that's this more like Dorkamus.
You got back to it, Chief. You got to use the joke. I'm so proud of you.
Call back.
Bonus for anyone who sat through everything else that happened in the last 20 minutes.
Slippery going with hybrid strats here. Has lots of magic casters, but not going to go full reflect strats, and I think that's the right decision. I do think his mages are just a tad underleveled.
I think he can get through it, though.
Oh, he certainly will. But I would, speaking personally as a big coward, I would be much more comfortable doing hybrid strats, especially with that crystal sword wielding Cecil, than relying on pure reflect strats.
That is totally fair and valid. I mean, the good thing is that Cecil has that nice hefty HP pool, so he could take a big bang. He can take some nukes. But looks like we got that first big bang though. We got a good nerf on it. So.
Did you see the counter nuke from Zeromus went right off of Cecil? Perfect target.
Mm-hmm. So I'm totally fine with full reflect. I have to say in this situation.
And it looks like Slippery hasn't zerked up that Cecil, so might be doing the math.
Yeah, I think Cecil's just here to look pretty and bounce spells, basically.
Yeah, not did a swing with that crystal sword, but otherwise is just going to stand there and be noticed. And nukes and whites coming in.
And we're good!
Hot and
See?
heavy and... Yep.
Never didn't have it.
Slippery has done it. Coming in second place with a time of 1:31:30. GG's to Slippery.
Yep. And
we are
now...
joined by Slippery. GG.
GG.
Thanks.
How'd you feel about that seed?
Well, it was a little unfortunate. Rando's gonna rando. I mean, I was telling BigDunka when his .done came through, I was in the middle of like the package cutscene, and I was just tempted to reset immediately before even seeing who the boss was and going to the moon, because that's the only way.
Yeah, in this case, the moon quite vaunted. You didn't get there, but Golbez was also up there on the moon.
Yeah, I kind of figured as much. It was either there or like in Giant, and I didn't feel like grinding through that much HP on Golbez and Giant.
That is totally fair. Dunga did do Giant for a D machine grind, and then went to Elements, and Evil Wall was there, and he was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, don't blame him for that. But yeah, I ended up, doing all my Earth checks because the seed didn't give me a pass, and I didn't want to have to make a second run down Lunar Subterrane. And I figured, like, odds are, there would hopefully be, more than 0 required bosses up there, but yeah, that's the way randos go sometimes.
It is indeed, but you still played the seed excellently. Like, we, like, up here in the booth, like, we're like, yep, we were totally fine with all the plays you're making. It was just, we were referring to the seed as, like, this was an outlier in terms of how boss-heavy the moon ended up being. And, again, you're just going to run into that occasionally, but your Earth plays were all fantastic.
Yeah, especially taking care of those dark imps and getting that pan that kind of led you on that chain. Did you feel like you had to follow that chain wherever it led you?
Kind of did, and it was mostly a matter of convenience too, right? Because I think I had like Twin Harp and Earth Crystal, and I needed to check Barren Basement, and all of those end up just being right next to each other physically, so or geographically rather. So I mean, it made sense at the time. I think if I didn't have like all that stuff, I might have made a moon play, but I don't know.
Well, that's fair. I mean, this was definitely, we were sort of talking about this, at this, sort of stage in the tournament, you're in an elimination match, and sometimes you just have to you can either, sort of take some risks, you can sort of take some, try to, stay the course, stay steady. And it's just something where doing that moon risk, like going early, just happened to pay off for Dunka.
Oh, yeah. And it's kind of hard on a boss hunt flag set to kind of keep a consistent, philosophy about playing. I think in like 1 or 2 of the previous rounds, I went to the moon as soon as I could because of boss density there. But I think I also probably had the pass too, so...
Yeah, definitely the pass, definitely a bit of a game changer. Speaking of game changers, you got the Crystal Sword out of Evelyn first, and
Really?
then you got your... Well, sorry, I should say the first chest that you got, I should say.
Ah.
Dunka got there a little bit before you, when doing the routing. So he on stream got the Crystal Sword first, but you got it out of your first chest. Dunka got it out of his second chest. So you got yourself the sword. What made you kind of keep going?
I usually, I mean, a lot of those gated item shop items are pretty expensive, so I wanted to be able to bankroll those.
Fair enough.
I also wanted to go for the Mad Ogre chest just for a little EXP pump before taking the hook route. I mean, Crystal Sword or not, you still need a few levels.
Yeah, absolutely. No, okay, that's cool. Totally fair play there. Sheep, do you have any questions for Slippery?
Well, sure. I mean, we were talking about like how it's hard to stay consistent with this particular flag set. What did you think of the flag set, and was that kind of adaptability a positive for you?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty neutral on it. I really like, I'm not a huge fan of boss hunt flag sets, but I also really like the more generous treasure flag sets. And I also really liked the getting your party known pretty much immediately, which kind of helped the way I play. I'm an unashamed loot goblin, and in flag sets where you have a lot more characters, I keep around, loot because what if I get that Cecil and need to use that crystal sword even though I don't have him yet, or what if I get an edge or something like that. So there wasn't any of that in this flag set, which I really enjoyed.
Oh, that's good. I've sort of been, when I've had the chance to be on commentary, I've definitely, as part of the interviews, I've been asking people how did you enjoy your time in the tournament? So I'll ask it to you. Did you have fun? Did you enjoy it? I know you're someone who likes to come back for our tournaments, so I'm hoping that you enjoyed this one.
Did you enjoy breaking my heart?
Did you have me winning in bracketology or something?
You beat me.
Oh, that's right. that too.
But yeah, did you enjoy your time in ZZ5? Is my question.
Oh, absolutely. I always love doing the tournaments and showcasing the skill, and it's always great to see how good the community grows. I mean, even with all of the previous tournament winners sequestered over in the Red Moon bracket, you still can't sleep on anybody in Blue Moon. I mean, there's a lot of very solid runners.
Yeah, that's definitely something that was part of our design philosophy, is to allow a lot of people here in the Blue Moon, like, it's a slightly different flag set, it's a slightly different sort of play style, but to allow those people to shine just as bright as anyone in the Red Moon does, because all of our runners have been putting in so much work. All of you put in so much time and effort, and I really liked the idea that we would get the chance to showcase a lot more runners that we might have, not had the opportunity to in previous events. So I'm really glad that we got to have the time to showcase you and Dunka today, to sort of see this really wonderful match, and to wish you well going forward. Do you have any plans going forward, Slippery?
As far as as Free Enterprise goes, I'm a very consistent Seat of the Week runner. I usually do those Saturday afternoons. But as far as other stuff, I'm kind of a variety streamer, and I think I'll be replaying the original StarCraft for the first time since I was in middle school. So I think that'll be fun.
Have fun! All right.
And also just shout outs to the admin team and all of you fine folks that organize this, because I think every one of my matches this tournament ended up getting selected for restream, which is absolutely amazing.
I mean, we are incredibly blessed to have an amazing restream team who is working extremely hard. Both admins and the restream leads, we put in every single day, doing our best to make it so that way matches happen. And of course, we have this amazing team of commentators and trackers and restreamers who all give their time and their talent to our community. And we really could not thank everyone enough for just the sheer amount of work that goes on to put on an event like this. I think we're well over 100 races at this point.
Oh, wow.
That have been restreamed. It has been 100 as of tomorrow, it'll be 124, but we'll get to tomorrow in just a second. But thank you so much, Slippery, for taking the time to talk to us. We absolutely appreciate it. And go enjoy yourself some StarCraft.
Yeah. Thanks.
And everybody should give Slippery a follow. All 4 of Slippery's races got restreamed, which, is a hint from the universe to you that you should be following Slippery42.
Yeah, definitely make sure as well to follow the rest of our team, to follow NG Dave, Science Dave for today, to be part of the Super Cool S Club. And of course, S Grunt, wonderful restreamer and club captain and flag set creator. And of course, to yourself, Sheep, wonderful runner.
And of course, Scala Kitty, definitely.
If I ever have time to stream, which hopefully maybe I'll get some time.
Maybe.
Maybe on Friday, because I talked my way into being part of the Lady Arcaders Super Showcase on. This weekend.
Fun. Well, you know what they say: if you have time to stream, you have time to clean.
I mean, yes, that's basically a lot of what I do. It's admin cleanup. But we're going to be
streams.
Yeah, speaking of streams, we're going to be sending you all over to Game 2 of John Burkhead versus Funnel Cakes. But real quick before we do, I'm going to plug the matches for tomorrow. We're going to have at 7 p.m. on the main free enterprise channel Cubs Rule versus Kyrios. That's another game too. We're going to have Dubward versus Dr. Cossack at 10 p.m. Eastern. And then to round out the night, again at 10 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have E-Ninja versus Beauty and Discovery. If you would like more information, feel free to join the FE Discord. You can go find more information about that at FF4FE.com. It is also linked if you're watching on YouTube. Hi, YouTube! It's linked in the video description below. So thank you all so much for having a wonderful evening with us. And please do not spoil this race that we're going to now. Tell everyone just to go and watch it back and just give all of your good energy and support to John and Funnel Cakes. I'm sure it is an absolutely wonderful match we'll be raiding into. Thank you all so much. Have a great evening.
So long.